after bottle, drinking till I'm slurring. Hold on. I say it's bottle after bottle, drinking till I'm slurring. Tell them bring another service.
Yo, welcome to the Black Man Mood. It's a new show we got for y'all, man. Appreciate anybody who's tuning
I
in.
say it's bottle after
We'll have
bottle.
some special guests on the show. We're gonna talk about a lot of different things, get into a lot of different topics. We just want to give a black man perspective. I think it was a good idea because black men's opinion aren't really valued in this era that we're in my opinion. And I feel like we need to draw more attention to how black men feel about things and black women too, and any women, any man. But I'm just talking about the people that's gonna be hosting the show is gonna be black men, positive black men. We don't want to, we're not doing no disrespect. We're not doing the personal shots. We're gonna keep it respectful at all times. And I just want to have good dialogue and good perspective on a lot of different things that we can get into that aren't talked about enough. So without further ado, I'll let everybody introduce themselves. I'm J-MEEKS. My name Jimmy too, Jim. God J-MEEKS on all social media. So yeah, y'all follow me, man. We also got the Eyeball Network podcast, and I also got my channel J-MEEKS. You can check me out on YouTube. I hoop and all that. Got a bunch of basketball content for any of y'all who like that. So, but yeah, my guy MACE is here. Introduce yourself, my G.
What's going on? It's the guy MACE. Also, Della Maj, you see behind me. Check me on any platform that you feel. Stream it. Memoirs from a Broken Heart is the album. Here to talk good business. Keep it good. Keep it rap. Keep it wonderful. Hey, man, let's open the dialogue up together, right?
Yeah, we will be talking about all different type of things on this show. Anything you could think of, because we all do music as well, rap, sing, produce, write, so all of that stuff. And I'm also an athlete and coach, trainer, all of those things. So it's a lot of different things we can get into. My guy SUEDE is a comedian and he's super funny. And yeah, man, so y'all get to know him. He's also just a real dude. He's not just like all comedians. It's not just jokes all day. It's real life, you know what I'm saying? So introduce yourself, SUEDE.
For sure. Black Suede on all social media. Funny Man Suede, TikTok. I am Damian Sanders on Instagram. Just here to give good perspective, man. A lot of, like you said, a lot of these topics, they don't really get the black man's perspective. So we're just here to give an intellectual view and have fun with these topics. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir. We got a special guest because, like I said, we also will have women on our show, and we always value women's opinion. So, how you doing, Lynn? Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lynn. Yeah, just Lynn.
That's it.
That's it.
All right. Well, yeah, we're keeping it brief. So yeah, let's get into these topics, though, man. Just to spice it up. We'll just get into. We'll start off with this Keke situation, Keke Palmer, because it's the viral situation right now. And we'll just keep it simple though, man. I just want to have a real conversation about how everybody feels about what happened. Me personally, I don't actually care. This is their business. You know what I'm saying? But it's good dialogue, it's good conversation amongst men and women to have of all races on how you would be in that situation if that was you. And we have a super high single rate right now, and the marriage rate is down really bad, especially amongst Black culture. So,
Yeah.
So like I said, we don't do no bashing or none of that. We just give honest opinions, you know what I'm saying? So don't get mad at the truth on here, man, because we do tell the truth. I tell the truth. Anytime you're gonna see me, I'm being honest, bro. So I ain't trying to offend nobody, but I'm also gonna tell how I really feel. You're gonna hear how I really feel. I don't care. I'm a married man. I got 3 kids, and there's nothing to hide about nothing. So happily married. Been married 5 years, and been with my wife for 12 years. So,
Really.
so yeah, bro. I'm not pulling no punches, and I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. I'm not here to bash Black women, no women, period. I love Black women. I love all women. So at the end of the day, I'm keeping it positive, but I'm also gonna keep it honest. So yeah, man. Without further ado, man. How y'all feel about the whole situation? Like, we'll start off with Lynn. I want to hear the female perspective on this. How you feel about everything?
I'm like you. I didn't care either way. But since her baby's father chose to bring it to social media, I think it became a huge issue. I think it's twofold, actually. I can't tell if the issue is with what she was wearing or her conduct or a combination of both. And I'll just start with her outfit of choice. Her since that seems to be the main topic. Um, I just feel like it seems to be a common theme that men will meet women a certain way, and then because she becomes your woman, then that all of a sudden the person that she's been this whole time should change because now she became your woman. And I just feel like if you haven't had that conversation, then that shouldn't be the expectation. And I feel like that's what happened in this situation, because if you look at his socials, he's posted her on his socials wearing things way more revealing than what she was wearing at an Usher concert. So I just feel like there's more than what meets the eye or than what he's presenting. I feel like there was something else going on, and it's not about the outfit, but he made it about the outfit because he knows that's the point in which that people would attack her on. And I just can't get behind that. Now, would I personally have went to a concert dressed that way? Would I have disrespected my relationship in that way? No. But that's not the thing for all women. So I mean, I just feel like he now wants her to be or present as this traditional woman, but he didn't meet her as a traditional woman. And then he can't now put out the narrative that he is a traditional man when nothing about their relationship is traditional. And I think that's the issue.
Okay. All right. Good perspective. Quick question, since you said a lot. Do you think that his mind, I don't know if you got kids or not, but do you think that it's okay for his mind to maybe possibly change if he was okay with certain things before he had a child with her? Do you think after he has a child with her that it's okay for his perspective to change?
Yeah, of course. I think that anyone has a right to change their perspective. But I don't think that my issue with that is he wants her perspective to change, it seems like, but his perspective hasn't changed. I mean, more things came to light as far as like him trying to do things with other women behind the scenes, like trying to fly him out and things like that. So I don't know how you can expect the woman, or you want her to change because she's now the mother of your child, and so she should present herself as the mother because that's what he said. You're a whole mom. Well, I mean, you're a whole dad, and so why is it that her moral compass needs to change, but yours doesn't? Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, I didn't hear about him flying people out and all that. That's new to
Oh
me.
yeah, the DMs came out, and I think that's the underlying issue is that they had things already going on outside of that situation. He just chose to pinpoint that as a point of contingency, but that is not the issue. But I'll go
Yeah.
back to your question. Yeah, it's okay for your perspective to change, but if you haven't had that conversation with your partner, like for example, she left the house in that outfit. If we don't know what happened behind closed doors, but what I'm saying is that you can change your perspective, but if you haven't had that conversation and you guys haven't came to an agreement, you can't just expect that person to change.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I agree with everything you said for the most part. I definitely think that I'm sure they did have that conversation. So I'll start off by saying it definitely was weak and lame for him to go to social media, period,
Mm-hmm.
say anything. Like that was just real corny. Like everybody knows if you're in a relationship, that's the last thing you're gonna do. I don't say nothing, it ain't even about a friendship. I'm not about to go on social media, say anything about it, let alone a relationship. So, but I do feel like if I think about that dude's perspective, I'm like, he probably definitely brought it to her attention and got upset with her maybe at the house or over the phone, and she maybe wasn't trying to hear that, and he felt like he got embarrassed publicly, so maybe he felt like he should embarrass her publicly. That's what I feel like he possibly did. Not excusing it though; it's just a weak move to do, but I can't. But that's why this show. I already had this idea before all this came out of starting a show like this because I do feel like his feelings should matter in this moment, and he's getting completely demolished on the internet for having feelings about what his woman wore outside. And and I do agree with how you're saying about if she was already like that, you shouldn't be dating somebody like that if you're not going to be able to deal with how she moves if you met her like that. So I wouldn't date somebody who's that extroverted with the way they dress. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't
I
have
have a
to
question.
say
Do
again.
you think that his issue was specifically with what she wore or her conduct?
I think it was both. Because
Okay.
if me personally, If I wouldn't mind if Usher was singing, doing a performance to my lady, you know what I'm saying? If I brought her there, I'm expecting that Usher could potentially run into my lady and maybe do that type of performance. But touching on the waist and all that stuff, and her turning around for him and him staring at her ass, that's all extra shit to me. And if you're in a
Right.
relationship, that's just disrespect, especially when your ass is out. But I understand they're also entertainers, so I understand the entertainment factor, you know what I'm saying? But if I don't know no man that just want his woman to go outside with their ass cheeks bare out for the world to see, especially
Except
at a Usher concert when he got his arms wrapped around your waist. So I just think, of course, that's gonna make probably 95% of men that are in a relationship upset. Go ahead.
okay. Well, I mean, I hear your point, and I agree to some extent, except for it seems like it's more of a control issue because he himself has posted her on his Instagram twerking, showing more than what she showed at the concert. The only
All
difference
right.
is that he wasn't present in the
Hold on,
situation.
Sway,
So
one second.
that makes me question whether if his issue is really with what she was wearing or because he couldn't control the narrative because he has her on his social media doing the same exact things. He
All
goes
right.
to
The
her
only
to
reason
photo
I
shoots,
go
to
ahead.
gigs dressed like that, and he doesn't have a problem with it now, but now it's a problem. So I don't think necessarily it's the outfit. I think it was the conduct because she's dressed that way. He posted her that way. The only difference is he wasn't present in this
That's the
situation.
difference, though.
That's the
The social media is social media, and he posted it like, "Yo, this how I like my lady to be seen at this moment from my page." But for her to go out on her own and be however she was, that's not the same thing as posting on social media. But go ahead, I ain't gonna take all the points. Go ahead, Sway, get into it. Pause.
I just feel like if she was depicted on his page a certain way, that was in the confines of their own space. So sometimes to show or portray a good time with your lady, there's nothing wrong with that. That's you guys together. So if you decide to post a good time between you guys in the own confines of your own home or whatever the case may be, that's okay. But once we get out into the public, and where you're dressed like that, even though they're not technically married or together like that, they're just baby mama, baby daddy. We're representations of each other because we have a child together. So to a certain extent, you represent me, to a certain extent. And I just don't feel like, you know, having your whole ass out is the move. I believe that there should be some kind of conservativeness, if that's a word, to yourself when we go out. Because you think about it, when we go to strip clubs and your ass is out, we got to treat you as such. We can't treat you like a full blown lady
Facts.
because you're not
Well, we
clothed.
can, we
Well,
can.
we can, but you
That's not
know,
what happens there most of the time.
for sure. But a lot of ladies are like, why did I get talked to like I was such and such, or why did he make this pass or this advance at me? Well, you got to look at it. Like, am I supposed to look at your ass and be like, "Ooh, that's a lady," or you know what I mean? So Usher did what any man would do. I mean, especially being an entertainer, it was an opportune time.
Yeah.
But I think that her playing into it, maybe kind of showing off and kind of prancing the things she was doing, maybe kind of got to him, like I said, because she is a representation of him, and they have a child together. So it could have hit a little soft spot. I don't want to say that we got to control how she dresses, but you would just want your other to dress a particular way, and I don't think that was it. I just don't think that was it. Him wrapping his arm around your waist, you turn around, and that's just how I feel.
Yeah. It's all perspective at the end of the day.
Yeah, for
Before
sure,
you
for
go,
sure.
Mace, I do want to add that I do see a lot of women that's like bashing my man's for saying how he want her to dress and stuff like that, or saying specifically that they're not married. I do think that it's not fair for y'all to say she ain't married to him. So, bro, I know
So
from
there's no
being a
respect.
married man perspective and all the guys that I know that's married, if you don't have respect before the marriage, then you're not gonna have a marriage. And if you do get a marriage, it's not gonna be a good one. But so yeah, if you're gonna have respect as boyfriend and girlfriend before you could ever get to marriage. So if she shouldn't not respect him because they're not married yet, guys. So, but go ahead, Mace. How you feel about that? Or everything.
All right, so in this situation, I can't give you that for one reason.
Give me what?
Keke Palmer made a statement that says, "I don't believe in a girlfriend status. I'm single until I'm married." She told him that, and she put it on the tabloids. So from your perspective, in a normal situation, that's true. However, she did tell him in an interview and told him and everything. It's online. I don't believe in girlfriend status. I'm not your girlfriend. I am single until we are married. So at
he shouldn't have posted nothing then.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. So in this instance, that's the problem. If you're messing with a female and she looks you in your eyes and says, "Hey, sweetheart, I'm not your girlfriend. You don't own me. I'm single until you put a ring on my finger. I'm going to do what I want." Then at that point, whatever perspective you get, you kind of grew on your own. Because anyone who tells you the truth to your face like that, you can't get upset. You know, if she was leading them on like, "Oh no, we're a happy family," but she's made this statement to you, to the tabloids, and numerous times for the last 2 years. You're not my no. There's no such thing as girlfriend, boyfriend. Either we're married or we just, not being disrespectful, we just effing. That's what we're doing. So he took that, and I could see, like you said, about perspective. In his mind, he was like, "Oh, we got a baby now. This is a different situation." But in her mind, she's like, "No, I told you from the beginning. If you're not marrying me, I'm not your girlfriend. We're just fooling around." So that's you know what I'm saying? So if she wouldn't have threw that tidbit in there, I could back him more, because
I ain't
damn, bro.
That, but go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, like, damn, bro. She told you. Like, it's out. Like, I'll send you the clip. It's a whole interview. She told Buddy, I don't do girlfriend.
She belongs to the streets. That's what she told
you can say it, but so with that being said, I have to, I'm not saying unfortunately, I got to side with her. Now I can see if it's a situation where they were playing a different role, but Buddy, she told you to your face is what we're doing. Now, however you feel about how she dresses or what she dresses, all that stuff, that's your conversation behind closed doors. If you told her, "Hey, I don't want you going out like that. We got a baby together. I don't want our child to get older and see pictures of your booty hanging out online, whatever, blah, blah, blah," that's his business. However, she did give him the disclaimer. You don't get to make that statement to me because we're not married. And if you're not going to marry me, we can't rock. So
I did see a clip where she was talking about they'd be planning to get married and all that, though. I did see that
of course.
A few weeks ago. So I don't watch her podcast on them, but they do the podcast together. I saw the clips of it, and she was talking like they was going to be married. So so one week you're single till you're married. The next week he's my man and we getting married. Like, I don't know, you gotta choose one if you ask me.
I mean, until you get married.
Well, maybe that was prior
you get married, you're still single.
Go ahead,
I mean, maybe that was prior to her finding out that he was also entertaining other women on the back end. I mean, that can change a woman's perspective. So
when you added that, it just made me smile.
Yeah,
it's like
that.
You can check that conversation.
You didn't see it. There's a whole Instagram chick. She leaked all the messages, bro, of him flying.
Get out of here,
and everything. Flying them out.
Yeah.
She receipts of her flying them out. Everything. She threw it all out. Bro.
Well, there you go, man.
So,
I'm not defending you in no way. Once I find out that, why you even? First of all, you don't got the energy to come at her like that. If you know what you're not being solid on your end, and then obviously you shouldn't say anything on social media, my nigga. You're making cancers look bad. I heard this nigga's a cancer, man. Chill out, bro. Chill out, man. Man. So y'all got any last thoughts, man? We can slide to the next topic, yo.
Nah, we good. We can really slide. Like,
some guys like their girls with their booty cheeks out, though. Some guys like their girls to dress like that, but I haven't. I don't know. I'm not with it.
Through it all, the one thing I can say on my last note that we can all agree on this: when you in a relationship, bro, keep that stuff offline. Keep that personal stuff offline, bro. If you got an issue with your spouse, take that in the house. Online is no place for you to throw your personal issues out. Girlfriend, boyfriend, married, whatever. Keep that at home, bro. Don't do that, because now it becomes 100%. A conversation where we have to talk about it because you put it out for us to talk about it.
Exactly.
Facts, bro. Yeah, never put it on social media, bro.
For sure.
All right, let me share my screen so y'all can react to this other video real quick. Oh, we could just get straight into this topic. Let's do that. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Sure.
All right, digest that real quick.
It's digested.
Yeah, disrespecting for y'all who can't see this. I just pulled this off of Facebook randomly. This woman said, disrespecting the mama and expecting access to the baby is crazy. Laughing emoji. So, and only reason I feel like I want to hear how y'all feel about it is because it has thousands and thousands of shares, and all the women is in the comments going crazy because they agree with it, apparently. So, and they strongly agree with it. So, and you know, a lot of women is also disagreeing. I give them credit for that, thankfully.
Yeah.
There's a lot of women that's like, y'all bugging, you know what I'm saying? But there's so many women that agree with that. It blew my mind because, you know, before we couldn't see this amount of people's opinions. You know, the internet is so huge now that we can just see. I can go type in baby daddy on Facebook and just watch all the girls go crazy on their baby daddy and see a million of them, literally. So, but I saw this and it was so many women sharing it, and I'm like, wow. And in the comments, they're doubling down on it, saying like, yeah, of course you're not seeing the kid. You're not about to. That kid came out of me. That kid came out of one person, and it's me. So you're not about to disrespect me, or you're not seeing the kid. So let
So
me
it
get
took
y'all
one per. It
perspective.
took just you to make the baby, right?
That's how they
Oh,
feel,
okay.
man. Apparently.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what do you feel about that statement?
Let me
Go ahead.
chime
Go
in
ahead.
on this
Go
one.
ahead.
How
I
it's
just
feeling,
feel
Sway?
okay. It's this is what's wrong. This is a detriment to the child. It's hurting the child.
Hugely.
When you have a child with somebody, it doesn't always work out between you guys. That doesn't mean that because you guys have certain feelings towards each other that the child should have to suffer. But in a lot of cases, the women use the children and dangle them over the man's head because of their emotions and their feelings, not running off of logic and realistic reasons. Like, disrespect. I don't believe in disrespecting women and whatnot, but females can feel disrespected for a million different reasons. But that's not a reason to keep the child from their father. It's just not. It's just totally separate. Their relationship between that child and their father has nothing to do with what guys have going on, especially not being together. So it's just a reason to kind of manipulate the situation and dangle the kids over your head, and we see that a lot. We
And
see that a
usually,
lot.
yeah, that's all facts. Usually when women do certain things like that, those type of women, they still like that dude, or they're still in love with fam, and he don't want to be with you, or he moved on, and now all of a sudden he can't see his kids because he rose his voice or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know personally, like, if you don't, yeah, I have a person in my life like that, and if you don't show them all the respect there, yeah, they will definitely break the laws or the custody, any of that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
to make you, just to hurt you, but you hurting the kid at the end of the day. You're not hurting me. Yeah, I'm gonna be hurt because I want to see my kids, but at the end of the day, you're really hurting your child, and then that's why kids be growing up having to heal from things, because it's been happening. These type of things be happening to them, and the males do things too. A lot of these kids don't have their fathers, so that they're healing from their fathers being missing also. So that's a huge problem that needs to be dealt with. But I did look at the statistics, and they got to stop saying that black men is not in their fathers and their kids' lives, because that's just
Oh man,
it's all I always thought it was cap because everybody around me take care of their kids.
for
So
real.
but the stats is out now. The CDC and all that is saying that fathers are in how I even heard Oprah say it the other day. The fathers, black fathers are present. So that y'all got to stop saying that. We're not
For sure.
deadbeats. We in our kids' lives. But yeah, we do have bitter women that if you move on, they will keep that kid from you as much as they can, and just to the kid's detriment. But I just think that it's crazy that you'll say it online. Like, it's bad enough that you'll do it, but you like, I'm about to go say it online, and all the women agree with it. So it's just crazy to me, man.
Yeah.
How you feel, Lynn?
I mean, I think the statement in itself is wildly ignorant. Like you said, I just feel like a lot of women, they use the children as pawns, and it's just a form or a last ditch effort to maintain some type of control over, like you said, the person that they're no longer with. It's a mind game, and at the end of the day, like SUEDE said, the kids are the only ones suffering at the end, and these are the same women who will say that they're single moms or want to be celebrated on Father's Day, but
Oh.
you are you are making yourself a single mother. You are making that choice. So I don't know how you can make that statement. On the flip side, also be like, well, I need to be celebrated on Father's Day because he doesn't do A, B, C, D, but you're preventing him from doing A, B, C, D. So,
Say that.
No, that's super facts. Preach.
Say that.
No woman should be celebrated on Father's Day. Let's
Not
just
one.
say that. That if Father's Day is Father's Day, and the Mother's Day is Mother's Day. But go ahead, Mace. That's crazy.
Talk to him, Lynn.
Thanks,
I appreciate
Lynn. Right.
I appreciate
for
you,
sure.
Lynn, speaking the real talk.
DeMarco.
Yeah.
I can speak from experience on this, and I don't usually throw much about me out like that, but I'll be honest with you. I have a 10-year-old son who is upstairs right now as we speak. I didn't get to see my son for years of his life, from he was about 2 to about 4, but twice, because of the bitterness, because the angriness. My son actually grew up believing that I did not care about him. Like, we sat down in the room and my son cried asking me, Dad, where were you? No lie. And I didn't want to do this. I literally pulled out all the cash apps I sent his mom for all the money I sent, for all the stuff I've sent, for all the things I've sent, all the times he didn't know so bad. I sat down with him and I opened a picture book of him when he was born all the way up to the day I had him. I have over 1,500 pictures of my son. He's 10. Couldn't believe it. He went back to his mom and sat down and said, you guys told me my dad wasn't there. And she was like, well, it wasn't like that. Things were complicated, and it's not. So now, and I'm not putting no names out, business out, I have a 10-year-old son who lives upstairs with me right now and does not have his mother, because that's how far the bitterness went. That the decision to not be able to coexist, he is in my sole custody now.
Thankfully.
And she's not.
But unfortunately, because he needs the balance of mother and father, like
and honestly, he has a wonderful woman in his life that is around him, that is mom to him and loves him truth. And I appreciate her to the God, the moon, and everything. That is a blessing. But I'm not trying to throw her under the bus, because she still is. We still have this child together. However, I had to go back and sit with my son at 10 and really catch him up to life and let him know, no, sir, your dad didn't disappear and just do nothing. All them shoes you were getting came from Dad. All those toys you get came from Dad. All those times you thought I wasn't there and there was a picture of you at the park, I was taking the picture, my boy. You just don't remember because they told you I wasn't there. That was the problem. So doing that to kids while they're young is the problem, because they're sponges. And if all they hear is, oh, your daddy ain't here, your daddy ain't here, 5 times a week, the one time you are there, they're never going to remember that, because the other 5 is you were never around. So sitting back now in his room, he's got decorated pictures of me and him on his room and his wall, and it hurt my heart because he said, I never want to forget you again. Word to my auntie, bro. That's what he said. I never want to forget you again. He has a giant picture of me and him on his desk right now because he doesn't want it. And that's a hurtful situation. It made me real upset at her. But then it goes back to what we say. When they don't understand the damage that is doing to the kids like that, because we all have kids, man. I know we all sit on this panel of kids, Lynn included. Could you just imagine the feeling of your child sitting down with you going one day saying, why weren't you there for me? But you were. That's a hurtful situation. They don't understand that. Some kids get 17, 18 years old before they hear that. Like, I'm blessed that I got it from my son when he was turning 10. But another 2-3 years, then they wonder why these kids grow up and hate their fathers, or don't want to be around their dad, because they believe that they were never there when they actually were, or were kept away because the woman couldn't stand seeing them move with someone else or something else. So tighten up, please, ladies. It's not that serious, bro.
Yo, and man, it's crazy, man. Salute to you, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. And keep doing your shit, man. But yeah, they don't understand it. They feel like because we don't cry on social media and we don't talk about it every chance we get because we can't talk about it. We don't like to talk about it. And people think when dads is not with their kids that they not going through hell. Like a real man, a real father is gonna be hurt every time he's not with his kids. So we always want our kids at all times. But yeah, obviously when you break up and then the situation don't work out, now, you got to deal with whatever your situation is, and you got to do whatever you got to do, and the kids got to go through it at the end of the day. But what you got to try to do is not make the kids have a whole bunch of stuff to heal from in the process. But at the end of the day, they have to heal from not having both parents because these kids need balance, bro. They need a mother just like they need a father. Neither of us are more important than the other.
Man,
But I know all three of us have been through that same type situation with our kids being told something other than the truth when they're not in our custody. And there's nothing that we could do to control that narrative except for just talk to our kids and tell them the truth and show them the truth. And in my situation, I would try to hold back from the truth my entire life, my kid's entire life, because I don't want to make him feel any type of narrative or anything about his mother other than just loving
man,
his mother. You know what I'm
man.
saying? But then what does a man do when all he's getting is bashed and they're telling you lies to your kid about you when you're not there and you have no clue what they telling your son or daughter until one day hopefully they tell you that this was said about you. And then when you finally find out, you have to decide, do I tell the truth about this person or do I, because you have to control your own narrative. You can't let somebody else control your own narrative at the end of the day. And then silence, it can be perceived as the truth or agreement with something sometimes. So I'm going to always speak to the truth, but I made that mistake of spending a lot of time not telling my kid the truth about whatever the situation with me and his mother was, instead of just trying to let the breakup be about the adults. You try to let the adults handle the breakup and keep the kid out of it. But you have no choice at a certain point because you don't want your kid to grow up thinking he could have did this for me, he could have did that for me, he could have been
Yeah,
there for me when he wasn't there, and literally you trying to be there every step of the way. So yeah, and I had to literally had the courts get me my son because his mama just decided just completely just stop letting him, cut off communication, take his phone, all that stuff. The phone that I buy is to just take it, and you can't even call your own kid unless the courts is involved. So, but go ahead, man. How you feel, Suede?
man. Mace, you had said that a lot of kids don't wait until they're 17, 18. Man, I got a son that's about to turn 17 July 25th. I haven't seen my son since he was 6.
Hurts my
And
heart,
I am
bro.
a active father of 4 daughters. I mean, my 4 daughters live in my household. Well, my 3 daughters, one is still breastfed, but very active father. And same thing, like right now on the refrigerator, pictures of my son and I. Upstairs on my dresser, pictures of my son and I. And it's a controlled narrative by his mother, and I'm sure that she's told him everything under the sun. That's just the furthest thing from the truth, bro. And it's sad because I feel the same way, Meeks. I don't believe that either one of us is more important than the other. But it's very important to have both, to have that balance. There's no way that she's going to be able to raise him to be a man. It's just no way. She doesn't know what it takes.
Facts.
And it's a sad situation. It's a bitter situation, all because we didn't make it. And right now she's, not to put all my business out there, but she's in contempt of our order, to the point where, in our order, it was so bad the first time I had to spend thousands of dollars to get them back, that the judge told her if she ran off and did this anymore, that she would lose parental rights and face jail time. So she is ducking, like ducking, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, it turned 17
Sad, bro.
yeah, it is sad, you know what I mean? And I'm sure that we're gonna come in contact, and he's gonna ask me why I wasn't there, but I'm gonna have the receipts. I'm gonna have the receipts. And another thing that you have said, Meeks, um, I've never wanted to bash him over all these bash
Right.
her over all these years. I've always thought to myself, if and when, I would never let him in on the grown business. It's just not a kid's place. I would never want him to resent his mother like that, because that's just my heart. I wouldn't want that. But, you know, we're at a place in time now where I kind of feel that everything that she's going to get, she deserves now. Because us as men, we do have feelings. And I have the pleasure of being able to raise my daughters, and I'm thankful for that. I mean, thoroughly thankful to God all the time for my daughters. And they got a brother that they ask about all the time, but they got to live with them through pictures. And it's just a sad situation, bro. It's a very sad situation. I'm talking about bitterness to the max. And so these are the kind of things that we deal with as fathers. And they talk about absent fathers, but you know, that's really not the narrative. I mean, that's not the truth. Like you said, Meeks, I don't have no partners. All my partners got children, and all my partners are active. You know, I don't know any of my partners that I know of that are deadbeats.
We don't hang out with dudes that don't take care of their kids. We don't condone that type of shit.
We don't. And
that's why any dude I'm talking to, I ask you about your kids. I ask you all of that. As soon as I met Mace, I know everything about how he so cared for his son.
Yeah,
and I've done the same thing. I've been so careful with my kids, with my son. So yeah, bro. We keeping it real though at the end of the day, bro. And then we never try to tell all of our business on here. We definitely not telling all of our business, but we also gonna keep it transparent because there's a lot of dudes that go through this and don't have nobody to talk to. Don't nobody care how black men feel. At the end of the day, nobody really cares how we feel, bro. At the end of the day, it's sad, but they don't give a shit. All the thousands of dollars we got to spend, all the time we got to cry ourselves to sleep because we don't got our kids, can't see our kids. Y'all think we don't go through that, but that's what really happens. And we this is the place that we could talk about it though, and we can get other people because it's sad, bro. It's sad hearing y'all situation, bro. It's sad, bro, and it triggers my situation because and even though I've been caring, I've been in all of my kids' lives. Two of my kids live with me full time. My third kid's about to be living with me full time, but I've been single dad with my son for the first like 4 or 5 years of his life. And then once I met my wife, all of a sudden I can't get my son, and people is just keeping me from my kids and stuff like that. So like I said, I don't want to keep telling my business and stuff like that. But the truth is, this is just a sad situation that men got to go through, and there's really nothing we could do except for spend all of our money, miss out on all of our time with our kids, and have to find a way to teach our kids to heal from all of this shit, and we have to heal from all the shit. You know what I'm saying? At the same time. So at the end of the day, I'm not saying we perfect. We have issues too. Everybody has problems. No one's perfect. But at the end of the day, we're all good fathers, and we don't condone not being a good father. But
100%.
What else y'all got to? Anything else y'all got to add?
No,
we went crazy, Lynn. You didn't get to say nothing for me.
I'm gonna give a shout to Lynn though, because Lynn on some real rap. I know Lynn, even though she's a female, she does have a son that she raised. And I will say one thing about her: I do know she might be one of the best mothers I can see, because I do know her and the dude that she has her son with, bro. They got it locked in, and I gotta respect her for that, because I do know her and her dude. She's never kept her son away from her dude, so I respect the shit out of her for that, because she could have. He's done some messy stuff, and I ain't putting her business out because that's hers. But I do know she is a black woman who does have a son, who does have a dude who's been messy, and she never took that on her kids. She still let them visit on the weekends. Her and my son play together, so she's a real one, and I salute her for that on the Real Rap Land.
Right on,
dude, man. But yeah, man, salute to all the great mothers out there, man. Like I said, we don't do no bashing, man. We just want to have a good conversation, man, and get our feelings off, because like at the end of the day, our black men matter, but our black men feelings matter too, bro. Like people should care about how we feel and what we go through also. And I got people around me that care about how I feel, and all the women around me is protected. So at the end of the day, it's never positivity on my end. And everything I went through is just helping me to teach my kids how to choose their right partners and not go through the same things. And it just made me stronger as a person. You know what I'm saying? Missing out on time with your kids makes you super strong. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
At the end of the day, I don't regret nothing. Everything's a learning lesson, and there's no L's other than that. So yeah, man.
Right on.
Let's get on to this next topic, and then we'll slide on to something else after that. So yeah, let me share my screen one more time. Yeah, put you on blast, little mama. Just letting you know. Get out of here with that. There we go.
You know, we don't want to hear all that extra crying.
All right, so started off, Lynn.
Please, I
Feeling
was
about-
waiting that. I was waiting on Lynn to start it. I was waiting on Lynn to start it. Let's
Yeah, I
go.
want to know how
Talk
you
to
feel
me.
when you watch that video. What do you feel as a woman?
I'm still trying to figure out what the issue is and why all these women are so up in arms about it. I mean, all I see.
Add the context, because for those who don't know what they up in arms about.
That he's being too hard on him, that he's crying, he clearly doesn't want to do that. He shouldn't be yelling at him. All I see is a father laying a foundation for his son to push through things, even if they're hard or challenging. It's no different from if he was in Pop Warner and a coach was yelling at him to do something. I'm failing to see what the issue is. Yeah. And again, I'll say as women, like, we can't have it both ways, because the women who are, again, up in arms about this are the same women who will say, well, if he had his father in his life, he wouldn't be this way. Or if his father was present and I didn't have to do this, I can't teach you to be a man. But here's a man trying to teach his son how to be a man, so you don't have to, and we're complaining about it. I don't understand it. It's literally a father parenting his son. It's no different from a little league coach. It's no different. I'm really failing to see the issue here. So.
Well, shit, we could just end the show right there.
We can. There it go.
Thanks for tuning in to the Black.
There it go.
Because I know I have zero left to say or disagreement with that. But go ahead. That's exactly what I would have said.
Talk to us, Wade. What you got?
I mean, that's it, man. You know, as men, we've been that little boy before, so we know what it takes. And at that age, you don't know your limits. And so all that is your father having trust in you, or, you know, believing in you to dig deep and go beyond what you think are your limits. You know, that's what makes us tougher. You know what I'm saying? That's what builds us. It builds our character.
Right.
They always scream in sports when, you know, we're in practice, fourth quarter. How are you going to approach the fourth quarter? That's when you really need to show up. So, you know, for him to be saying, I can't, you know, that's because he doesn't know yet that he can.
Right.
And so we have to be pushed into that. That's what make men. You know what I mean? Yeah. You got to be pushed into that. And so
that's why he's crying, because obviously he's not used to that, doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing hard. So he's crying because he thinks this is the worst thing that's ever going to happen to him. And it's not.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close. And you see at the end, you seen the last rep, he was pushing it out.
Yeah, he felt good at the end.
You know what I'm saying? And so in the end, they put on the gloves, and now he's ready. You know, it's just,
yeah,
man.
Your dad's Dwight Howard, though, fam. Like your dad is 6'11", 7 feet. I'm just telling you. So for his and to add context, because his baby mama like trashed him. She's bringing up all this other shit that has nothing to do with anything.
Right.
And they're just going. All of the women are just destroying Dwight Howard for this video. And it was literally everything that y'all said. It was just a great thing but I would say to Dwight, if I had any if I could talk to him and just give him some advice, I wouldn't have posted that online if I'm him, just because you know
right.
These people are gonna react to everything. They don't have people, y'all just bored, bro. Y'all ain't got nothing else to do. So y'all like, oh, Dwight, you know, y'all just want to just get mad at somebody every day. That's what y'all do on the internet every day. It's like find something to get mad at. And getting mad at that was just stupid, because and Dwight Howard is 6'11", so his son is gonna be huge. So he should push his son as hard as he can at an early age. If I'm 6'11", bro, my son gonna be going through worse than that, bro.
Oh,
What
me.
y'all talking about? So, but yeah,
For
bro,
real.
like, cause especially like he said, I'll show the other video too, because he said my son told me he want to be great at something. So I don't know if y'all saw that, but Dwight Howard responded to that.
Very awesome. I love the hell out of my children. All of them, all five of them. He is the crying. It's a part of the tears. That's a part of the whole process. All you people out there who ain't never been successful in life, you are the ones that's complaining about how somebody is parenting their children and what they doing with their kid. I know what it takes to get to the top.
There you go.
So I'm gonna push my kid if he tell me that he want to go to the NBA, if he tell me that he want to be great, everything that he tell me, I'm gonna do everything in my will to make sure he gets there.
That's your job.
That's what my father did to me, and that's why I'm successful now. It's important as males and as fathers to be able to teach our kids how to be strong mentally, especially in this world that we live in. It is an evil world out there. And a lot of times we don't understand how strong we got to be able to live. So, man, I would never do nothing to hurt my kids. The things that they need in order to be successful in life. Yeah, that's the only thing I want to say about it. I'm not going to get too much into it.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, you said don't question his fatherhood.
On me.
But yeah, man. So he pretty much summed it up. Like, it's just at the end of the day, you gotta let a man father his kid, bro. We can't teach a woman how to be a mom and be nurturing and all the things that come with femininity and womanhood. So, y'all step aside, man. When a man is fathering his child, man, back up, watch out. Like Lynn said, y'all gonna be complaining that dads ain't there and not there.
Man.
This man is there as fuck. Like, that's all. Let him be there, bro. And he already set your kids up for life, my nigga. If he didn't do nothing else, y'all set financially. So, let the man father his kids. But like I said, I wouldn't have recorded that in this era that we in, because I already know everybody's sensitive.
Everybody too sensitive.
Yeah. I post the positive footage of my son on the triumphant parts when he wasn't crying and all that, just for the viewers. Go ahead, Mace.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
What you about
Salute
to say,
to Dwight Howard for being there, man. Like I said, Lynn said earlier, women, and this ain't bashing, it's a double-edged sword. They want it both ways. It's like, be there for your son, be a father to your son. He's being a father to his son, and it's why are you so hard on your son? It's like, you got to understand that. And this is, like I said, you're talking to someone who's been at the top. So he's going to push him to get there because he knows what it's going to take. And listening to you, and honestly, the more disturbing part about it, if you know disrespect as a woman, it should hurt you to hear your son saying he can't do something. And you should be proud to have someone next to him saying, yes, you can. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Because if he would have just said, I can't, and Dwight turned it off and walked away, then now he's failing as a father because he allowed his son to fall into mediocrity. You see what I'm saying? So it just turns back into just people wanting to be upset about something. And that's the truth. And it's funny, and I said this earlier, women nowadays will be like, oh, I don't want no soft man. I don't want no man who can't protect me. I don't want no little boy. But then if he don't push his son to be strong, to be a protector, to be a man, you're going to raise your son to be the exact man that you talk about online. What?
Exactly.
Remember, you're going to, thank you. You're raising your son to be the exact person that you get in this group form and talk about a round table with women about what's wrong with men now. But yet you're not allowing your son to push through and be strong. So once again, you got to figure that out, and you can't have it both ways. In the end result, you can say what you want, but I bet when he get older and look back, he's going to look back and be like, man, I wish my dad was there for that.
Thank you,
man,
Pop.
I wish he was around for that. Yeah. Thanks, Pops. I appreciate that. He not going to think, oh, well, my dad pushed me too hard when I was crying. He was like, no, my dad pushed me through, so now I know what I can handle. that's what they should be talking about, but they're not. So once again, Black men feelings gotta matter because they don't. But this is why we're here today, and we have a woman's perspective, so they can be honest and be like, "Hey, it ain't all women out there. There are women out here who do understand. It's not like that. So listen to it."
We appreciate your honesty, yo. So yeah, with that being said, we'll slide on to the next topic, and we'll let you go, Lynn. Salute to you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming on, yo.
Appreciate you, Lynn.
Appreciate you,
Love
man.
your perspective. You know, I'd love to have you on the show again. So,
Of course.
you know, we'll
Thank
talk
you for having me.
come back another time.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, later. Have a good night.
Bye.
You know, I'm sure everybody heard by now that there was an issue with Papoose and Remy and all of that. But for the battle rap fans, y'all know everything that's happening. Y'all know what happened. So, but we don't know the full details, but we got a lot of information. I'll say that. So, Suede, let's talk about it, bro. You get into it first, because me and you argued about this on Facebook like 2 weeks ago when this shit was happening.
For sure.
So we had a good little debate about who did what, if Remy really slept with Pap and all of that. And
easy.
a lot of information has come out since then. But we do know that Papoose put hands on Easy for the most part. Easy's he's not accepting it. He's not saying Easy the Block Captain is his name. But he's saying that he didn't get hands put on him. But the evidence is saying that he got hands put on him. But
the evidence is saying otherwise. Now,
Papoose at Remy Ma's event, for the context.
Yeah,
for sure. You know,
do you think she stepped out on her mans and went with this dude, with this battle rap guy?
Man, after, you know, just hearing certain things and hearing Easy kind of admit it himself, bro. I'm trying to figure out why it would have got there, you know, why he would have been snuck. First, Easy said that he was snuck. You know, after being on his show with Rosenberg Raw, he had said that, you know, first off, nobody has ever punched me. Nobody's ever knocked me out or something like that.
Yeah, knocked me out.
Yeah, now you might not have been knocked out, but he definitely punched you when you was on the
Being
floor.
Specific with them words.
Right. So, you know, he said that he was snuck, and then he had said, you know, she had left with her supposed to be side nigga. And that's where it's like, ooh, what is a side nigga doing with you? You know, a side nigga, you getting that work from the side nigga. So it leads me to believe that is the reason why. Now it's kind of throwing me off because Pap and Remy were at the award show together, but I believe that was just to save face.
Come on now, you know what that's about.
Yeah, you know,
they already planned that the year ago. Right? For that, that's money. They're going to get the check
for sure. So it's not looking good, man. I and you know, it just doesn't feel good because, you know, it seems like in the
Black love, man.
That's what I'm saying. And she was like one of the last ones to really, you know, really hold her nigga down and, you know, be there. And he held her down while she was away.
He held her down, shit. But
it's just a bad situation, bro. It's all bad. But I do believe that it happened. I think that it happened. You know, it's all bad, bro. It's all bad. But I do believe that it happened. I think so.
It did. It ain't so, Remy. How you feel, Mace, man? I know you agree with him.
You know I agree with Sway, bro. Let's be clear about it. I'm gonna be clear about this. It gets no clearer to me, bro. Listen, first of all, you seen it. He was out liking all of her little thirst trap pictures.
Yeah, that was tough.
Bro, he's out liking all her little thirst trap pictures. Like, come on, bro. And look, and the thing that really made me say it happened, real rap, because they took the right approach. Remy said, "Oh man, ain't nothing happened. It was like that." Easy was like, "You want to clear these rumors up before I do," and Pap only rumor he cleared up was nothing to do with Easy. Like if it was
real
nothing,
niggas do real things. He said that
exactly. If it was really nothing, really nothing, Pap would have literally been like, I ain't worried about that boy, or I ain't got nothing against him, or it didn't happen. That's 3 words. It didn't happen. That's it. But he never. All they did was show up at that award show later and keep it hush. And here's what makes it even worse. what does he love saying? The algorithm bull. I'm everywhere. But he disappeared online for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, he did.
Definitely
longer than
broke
that.
the
It was
out.
like
He
a week.
wasn't on the algorithm that week.
Easy, no disrespect. Easy got a really big mouth. Easy likes to talk a lot. But for some reason, after this incident, Easy had nothing to say for about a week.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Hey, but technically he was still the algorithm bull because they was talking about him.
Everybody was talking about him.
Everybody.
No, but I mean
he
him.
was viral.
What I mean so more is like him. Like he will jump up and say something. He even like he said in his last podcast, he said he talks so much. He said it. They'll tell me don't comment on that because I'm always trying to say something. But now it's time to say something and you have nothing to say. Now you're quiet. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about you. I think we've all been in the fisticuffs before.
Yeah.
Plenty of them.
If I got punched in my ish, the last thing I'm gonna do is jump on camera because you go see I got punched in my ish. He ain't jump on that camera since the incident happened until about a week later. So
I'm gonna
that's
jump on camera because I'm gonna be showing my fist that I beat your ass and you might have got a lick off on me.
Yeah.
But I really beat your ass. But if you got your ass whooped, I understand.
What does Sway say? He was real specific with them words. He didn't say he had been hit. I've never been knocked out.
I ain't never been knocked out, bro.
He being real careful with them words because he can't say never been. And then we all heard the footage. You snuff your woman's side. You snuff her side, bruh.
But he said that it was took out of context. See, I don't believe that nigga at all.
That is not take out of context. No. You snuff your woman. You snuff your wife. Supposed to be side piece, and then she leave with the side piece.
Nah, I don't believe it, bro. I'm the contrary on this one, bro.
I can respect it, but he came out of nowhere, super marketable. She's a manager, got us some gigs. He liking all her little pictures and all this.
He's just thirsty.
I'm just saying.
He been close up with her. He probably seen the ass all up close in the titties and all that. He got beside himself and he started feeling like, man, what if Remy really, or she might have flirted with him a couple of times. Remy just got she's from New York. You know, New York girls just flirtatious a lot.
But Pap not gonna snuff him for that.
Pap won't snuff him for no reason.
Shit,
Pap won't snuff him for that, bro.
Why
Pap won't snuff?
If you liking up all her thirst trap pictures, a nigga not for to snuff you?
No,
and you're supposed to be you're supposed to be her employee.
It's a reason, bro.
But Remy, but you gotta say at the same time, if
you
Remy
work for my wife and you liking up all her thirst trap pictures, nigga, I might put hands on you.
But you don't think,
my wife don't post thirst trap pictures though, nigga.
But you don't think Pap would have told Remy, hey, I don't like all that stuff Easy doing. You need to shut that down.
Yeah.
He would have told her that.
Yeah.
So you best believe she would have told him, yo, we can't do that because Pap is upset. So you know what I'm saying? He would have said that, but he wouldn't snuff him just because he liked her picture, because she could have easily did that and say, hey, Pap ain't with that. Don't do that.
I think when he got to the event, that he approached him, like they said, it was in the back room, and he probably said, yo, nigga, y'all doing too much. Y'all, you liking all her pictures, nigga. You don't follow me on the gram, because I wouldn't follow Easy to just do this little investigation. Once I realized what was going on, I'm like, let me go see if I think this nigga really did some shit. So what I concluded with my investigation was that the nigga was overdoing it and overly liking her pictures, and only the thirst trap pictures, and not the ones with her and Pap and the fam. Like, you know what type of shit that is. Like, if I fucks with you and I like your lady pic, I ain't gonna just like her pic with her selfie, my nigga. Like, that's the last thing I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Like all the pictures with y'all into this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I might like a selfie after I done liked 1,000 of y'all pictures. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm not finna just like up woman thirst trap photos. And then I don't even follow her mans, but I really work for them. So how you don't follow him? So I'm like, I feel like Pat was like, first of all, nigga. And remember, one of y'all said something to me about them niggas was dressing alike and shit.
Nigga, they're damn near.
Yeah, but they was. I seen that. Them niggas had on matching outfits. That's what Pap like. Yo, nigga, hold the fuck on. Like, y'all niggas matching and shit. And now this nigga liking up all your pics. Like, I'm a holler at this nigga when I see him. And I bet you when he hollered at him, the bull went crazy, going crazy, doing all that yelling, and probably got punched inside his shit because he wouldn't calm the fuck down. And Pap, I don't know if he boxed for real, but he posts himself boxing, boxing and shit. So I'm saying, and you know, New York City is a boxing place. So you got hands put on you allegedly, but and if I had to put him on a lie detector test, the nigga clearly, obviously, you got punched, bro. You got beat up.
Yeah.
Jay didn't want to talk about it. And when you came back, you're Rosenberg purposely not asking you no questions like,
corny.
why didn't you come show your face?
Corny as hell.
Yeah, it was just choreographed as shit, and it was just whack, bro. Your response was whack. And I think even him saying that the context, it was taken out of context, I don't believe you. I believe that you really said it because you really was on some, maybe I think he might have got caught lying on his D, maybe. You never know, bro. Who knows, bro? And
you never know.
I'm playing devil's advocate at the end of the day because I don't want to believe it because they just like they supposed to be better than that, Remy. Like, that's the last thing you expect. Yeah, they like one of the relationships you look at and be like, they dope. Like, I'm glad that's a dope relationship. But not if she's fucking a battle rapper. Like, if you fucked a battle,
but he's the hottest battle rapper in the world.
Yeah.
She's around all the biggest, most millionaires all the time, bro.
That's what Easy say though, right?
If she cheated with Easy, she cheated already, bro. I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah.
No disrespect, Easy, but get out of here, man.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Hey, but it is funny. It is funny
all
how
that sitting that go visit her in jail for her to come smash Easy the Block, bro. I can't believe.
But I'm saying though, you can't control who she like. Females like who they like, bro.
That's true.
They like who they like.
I just don't believe it.
Papoose and Easy damn near look like brothers, bro.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Same height, same build, same skin complexion, gap, nigga. Like,
that's true.
Bro,
Easy just, this nigga's hotter than you right now.
Easy just more marketable. Easy just more marketable.
Yeah. And he was on Fresh Prince. Like, the nigga, he hot right now, bro.
He doing 2 movies right now, too. He hot right now. He marketable.
Nah, none of that ain't Remy. She don't care about none of that, bro.
All right.
But Papoose ain't dropped no song in a long time. I didn't know that.
Exactly.
Nigga ain't hot out here in these rap streets.
He turned down the battle rap event too. Easy.
Yeah, Papoose gonna have to battle this nigga or something, bro.
I mean, that's what I was thinking, that this is gonna make it for a good battle.
If they battle, then this was a choreographed shit the whole time.
Ooh, that's gonna be fire though, bro.
That would be fire
in the ring, my nigga.
I definitely want to see Papoose hop in the ring. Like, why don't y'all hop in the ring? Banks need to come hop in the ring.
Lord, yeah.
Like Jada, I want to hear all of them hop in the ring. Cassidy out here, man. That'd be crazy if it was Cassidy versus Banks or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. Yeah, we can slide on that though, bro.
So,
and we appreciate y'all watching the first episode, man. The Black Man Mood had a dope show, man. Got into a lot of good shit, man. And we appreciate y'all, man. Salute to all y'all, man. Make sure I hit that subscribe, hit that like button, man, and share the video for us, man. And we will be inviting people to come on the show soon. So we'll be dropping links and stuff for that. You know what I'm saying? When we get into the next topics, we'll invite some more people to come in and give their perspective also. So if you want to come in, just hit me up, hit us up, and I'll leave the social medias on here. But yeah, salute to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right.
Any last words?
Until next time, baby.
Yes, sir. We out of here, man. Salute.
Fuck you, man. Yeah.
J-MEEKS.
Yeah. Fuck you, man.
Pushing P, nigga, look at me. I got all these niggas shook at me. Sacrifices what it took for me. Talk loosely, man, it's raw sushi. Ain't nobody ever fucking cooking me. Swear to God, you niggas all goofy. Why the fuck you even talk to me? They can never steal the sauce from me. Paid the cost to be the boss, homie. Now I got a bunch of lost homies. Should've known that they was false, homies. I would never take a loss, homie. I won't let another nigga disrespect me. I'ma have to put the pause on it. Wanna nail me to a cross, homie. Nah, pussy nigga, kill me first. They all fake, man, it really hurt. Our relationship is really dirt. 6 feet to be exact. Bitch speak to me with tact. This beat could be a slap. Still tipping and I'm Will Smithing. Don't make me pull a real Smithing. Need a toilet, this is real shit. When I rap, the shit is real different. Authentic to the GMO. You gon' have to know the real difference. Dre 5 and he still spitting. Ever since I was a jit, niggas knew I was legit. Ever since I ever touched a beat, niggas knew I was a hit. Ain't soft spoken, this is God spoken. I'm a killer, but my heart potent. We need healing cause we all broken. Fuck your feelings, man, God chose them. I'm so cold, man, my heart frozen. No Timberland, nigga.
nigga, fuck you mean? Spot permanent, nigga, just for me. It's all for nice, so how the fuck you mean? Got a question, we can't trust the bleed, cause they the type to say fuck your seed. Don't make me catch niggas up to speed. I'm the reason you still fucking breathe. Told niggas